Welcome, dear students. Myself, Vipul Kumar D. Prajapati, Associate Professor and HOD Pharmaceutics, SSR College of Pharmacy, Silvassa. Today, in this session 2 of Pharmaceutical Engineering, topic filtration, we are going to discuss about filter aids. What are the learning outcomes? After this session 2, you will be able to understand problems behind filtration, the meaning of filter aids, its example and grades, ideal properties of filter aids, methods of use of filter aids in filtration unit operation, and last, disadvantages of filter aids with examples. First, filtration using Buckner funnel and filter paper as filter media. This image itself indicate the Buckner funnel and it contains perforated base. When we look from the top, we have to use the filter paper, and the filter paper is required to cut according to the internal diameter of this perforated base of Buckner funnel, and it will be motion of the liquid which is available in slurry or heterogeneous fluid mixture required to be filtered. So the first step is how to put a filter paper as filter media on the perforated base of Buckner funnel, and we have to keep this Buckner funnel on the filtration flask. So this is the actual arrangement of Buckner funnel on the Buckner flask, and it will be connected to vacuum pump. After that, we have to pour the required slurry or heterogeneous fluid mixture for filtration purpose. Under the pressure, it will be a driving force, so the filtration is going to takes place. Which types of resistance during this operation will affect and minimize the rate of filtration? Generally, two types of resistance will act during these types of filtration using any kinds of heterogeneous fluid mixture. First one is resistance due to filter medium itself, and second, resistance due to developed filter cake. How this resistance affect the rate of filtration? First, when we pour a slurry on the filter media, gradually it passes the fluid across the pores of filter media, and slowly the solids content present in the slurry deposited on the filter media, which acts as supporting medium. So supporting medium, filter paper, retains the deposited solids. Number of solids layers are going to develop gradually, and the rate of filtrate is going to be affected. So after few interval of times, if we look the deposited solids on the filter mediums are increased, so it indicates the number of layers of solids increased on the surface of filter medium. So the filter cake itself act as resistance against the flow of fluid to pass across the pores of filter media. So here resistance against flow increases due to filter media thickness resistance and due to filter cake layers thickness resistance, and hence the rate of filtration decreases. What are the problems behind filtration of any slurry using filter media developed resistance? This is the question in mind. So first problem of filtration is when volume of filter cake solids per volume of filtrate is low, the solids deposited on the filter medium may penetrate the void space of filter medium, means inside the pores of filter medium, and hence it block or clog the filter medium. So filter medium became more resistant to permit the fluid. So hence fluid is not passed through filter medium because of the pore or void space of filter medium is totally occupied by solids. The second problem of filtration, at a high concentration of solids in a suspension, solids bridging over the void space of filter medium rather than arresting of the openings. Hence filter cake resistance developed which resists the flow of fluid across the medium. Problem number 3 of filtration. In case of slimy or gelatinous materials or highly compressible substances, means colloidal sludges, they form impermeable cakes with high resistance to liquid flow across the available filter medium. So the filter medium becomes plugged or slimy with accumulation of solids, and hence the flow of filtrate stops. So these are the three main problems of filtration. What is the actual solution of all these three types of problems? These are the solution of these problems by addition of an appropriate filter aid in suitable proportion solves all above problems of filtration. Now the question in your mind once again, what is the meaning of filter aids? It is a special type of filter medium to promote the overall rate of filtration. How it is defined? It is an insoluble, chemically inert, fine, absorbent powder, solid particles that can be added up to optimum concentration to the slurry directly, that is body mix method, or placed on filter media as a layer before filtration of actual slurry, that is known as pre-coat technique, to increase the efficiency of filtration, means by increasing the permeability of the filter cake to pass fluid. So hence the overall meaning of filter aids to promote the rate of filtration against the resistance due to filter cake itself and filter media itself. What are the possible mechanism of filter aids? The filter aids commonly acts by forming a highly porous and non-compressible cake that retains solids as does any depth filter. Which properties of filter aids affect the duration of filter cycle and clarity of filtrate can be controlled? Generally, the type of filter aid, particle size of filter aid, density of filter aid, quantity of filter aid, all these are going to be affected on overall duration of any filtration cycle and the clarity of filtrate obtained. Other properties are also going to be affected. But before discussing the different ideal properties of filtrate, we have to discuss various examples or list of filter aids. What are the examples or list of filter aids? First one, asbestos, diatomite, it is also known as diatomaceous earth or Kieselguhr, which is obtained from natural siliceous deposits. Perlite means aluminum silicate, cellulose, paper pulp, talc or talcum powder, kaolin, carbon as a charcoal, calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate. What are the most commonly used filter aids in pharmaceutical industries? The first one is activated charcoal. This activated charcoal used for removal of organic and inorganic impurities from a heterogeneous mixture or slurry. It is widely used in various purposes in case of development of desired active pharmaceutical ingredients as synthetic pathway and development of various types of desired colorless raw materials. So activated charcoal is widely used as filter aids. Second is most widely used is Kieselguhr. It is also known as diatomites or diatomaceous earth. Most commonly used filter aid. But one disadvantage is also there for Kieselguhr. Crystalline type is a suspicious carcinogen and inhalation needs to be avoided during handling. So various grades of Kieselguhrs are available, but we have to look its crystalline nature, and during handling we have to take care about its inhalation. What are the types or grades of filter aids? First one, fine grade, mean size in the range of 3 to 6 microns. The fine grade filter aids mainly intended for clarification purpose to obtain a low flow rate. And second type is known as coarse grade filter aids, having mean size in the range of 20 to 40 microns. They are commonly used for filtration in most of the pharmaceutical industries to obtain a fast flow rate. If we require low flow rate and clarified liquid as desired valuable liquid as a filtrate, then we use fine grade filter aids. Kindly note, clarity of the filtrate is inversely proportional to the flow rate, and selection requires a balance between these factors. Hence, it is required to select the desired grade whenever we need the valuable filtrate as clear, clean, sparkler filtrate end product. What are the various objectives of the filter aids? The first one is to form an open, highly porous, non-compressible cake and hence retain solid cake, reducing the resistance to flow of the filtrate. The second objective of the filter is is to prevent plugging or blocking of pores of the filter medium up to optimum concentration. So optimum concentration is very essential for any kind of filter aid with respect to any types of slurry containing solids. It is very essential. What are the ideal properties or characteristic of filter aids? It should have a structure that permits formation of pervious cake. It should be rigid and porous rather than dense so that loose pervious cake can be formed. It should be of low specific gravity, insoluble, and hence able to remain suspended in the liquid. It should be chemically inert to the valuable liquid being filtered. So it is widely used when clarification is required as an unit operation, and clear liquid is required as an end product as a filtrate. It should be free from impurities or any unwanted foreign particles. It should be readily recoverable. It should capable to form loose, porous, open, non-compressible filter cake. It should be free from moisture whenever required. In case where the addition of moisture to the fluid would be undesirable. And last, the ideal filter aid performs its functions physically or mechanically, no absorption or no chemical action is involved in most cases. So these are the ideal characteristic or properties of filter aids. Now it's time to come on reflection spot. You have to stop this video, take your note and pen, and write down the answer of this question if you know. What are the methods of addition or use of filter aids in filtration of any kind of slurry if we want a valuable filtrate as an end product? Think and write down. Okay, if you have completed your answer, once again play the video and find your answer. What are the methods of use or addition of filter aids in filtration? Generally, three different methods either or in combinations are available. First is known as pre-coat method. Second is known as body mix method, means directly addition of filter aid to the filter feed or slurry. And third is known as special pre-coat filter method. We have to discuss in detail. First one, pre-coat method. How it is going to be carried out? Firstly, a pre-coat is formed over the filter medium. How? A suspension of the prepared filter aid is first filtered through a filter medium to get a pre-coat up to 0.5 kg per meter square. So first we have to make a thin layer of filter aid on filter media in filter Buchner funnel, and then the actual filtration is going to be carried out of available slurry. Second method is known as body mix method, means direct addition of filter aid in a given slurry. So a small portion of filter aid, commonly 0.1 to 0.5% of total batch weight, is directly added to the slurry. Then the filtration is performed. It is commonly used in batch operation purpose. It requires minimum equipment and minimize cross contamination. Third method is also similar quite to pre-coat method. It is known as special pre-coat filter, because in case of rotary drum filter, it is used. How it is used? A slurry of filter aid is required to prepare, and this slurry of filter aid is first fed to the filter of rotary drum until a thin pre-coat layer of filter aid, generally 2-inch thickness or more, has been developed. After development of this thick or thin filter aid pre-coat layer, the actual slurry required to be filtered passed through it. It is generally used for gelatinous precipitates. So these are the three different ways of addition of filter aid in filtration of available slurry. What are the importance of proportion of filter aids? If too little filter aid is used, the resistance offered by the filter cake is increased. Then if no filter aid or too little is used, because of added thickness to the cake. So filter aid, if very little amount is added in the slurry, the filter cake itself is offered resistance against the flow of fluid. Hence the flow rate of filtrate is decreased. If high amounts of filter aids are added or incorporated in the slurry required to be filtered, what happen? They increase the overall thickness of the filter cake which are developed on the filter media without providing additional cake porosity, and hence decreases the overall rate of filtration, or sometimes it stops the filtration. So the proportion of addition of filter aids, types of filter aids, its particle size, density, all are very important. Let's we check. If we perform the practical in laboratory, we have to prepare slurry of fixed percentage proportion. Say for example 5% weight by volume, 500 ml or 100 ml slurry is required to prepare of calcium carbonate in water, and we have to use only 1 or 2 or 3 simple filter paper as filter media using Buckner funnel of any one size and surface area. We have to cut the size of the filter paper according to the internal diameter of the Buckner funnel, and we have to keep inside the Buckner funnel, and then the filtration is actually carried out for the slurry without filter aid. The next same we have to add, we have to prepare same percentage slurry, same volume of slurry, and addition of filter aid 0.2%, in third slurry 0.4%, in fourth slurry 0.6%, and the rate of filtration is required to identify at fixed interval of time for all. After getting the observation as a reading, we have to plot the graph. So when we plot the graph, flow rate versus filter rate quantity, we will get these types of observation in graph. So how we can interpret? The flow rate and permeability are directly proportional to each other. At low concentration of filter aid, at low concentration of filter aid, the flow rate is low because of low permeability. As the filter rate concentration increases, the flow rate increases and peaks off. So the peak maxima itself indicate the optimum concentration of the utilized filter aid with respective slurry containing solids. Hence, beyond this optimum point, the flow rate decreases as the filter aid concentration is increased because of, again, resistance due to filter cake itself, due to thickness of the filter cake and filter media is affected on rate of filtration. So hence it is required to discuss disadvantages of filter aids. Sometimes they may cause loss of active principles or desired colored substances during filtration due to its absorption properties. So some filter aids might be absorb desired active chemical constituents during filtration of such slurry or desired color substances. The example is available. Some alkaloids get adsorbed or absorbed on the filter aid. Hence, it is not available in required percentage proportion as end product. They may serve as a source of contamination in some kind of filtration. Example, soluble iron salts get adsorbed on the filter aid and hence cause the degradation of substances in the slurry. So it is also one of the disadvantage. Partially loss of valuable liquid during filtration. As we know very well, if valuable filter liquid, it is costly. So if some amount of desired valuable liquid is lost during filtration using any kind of filter aids to get clear liquid, if it adsorbed in the pores of the filter aid, we lost it overall. So care must be taken in the choice of filter aid during filtration of any kind of materials, as materials with adsorptive properties such as kaolin could remove solids from the filtrate. This may be done intensely as sugar solutions may be decolorized by means of charcoal. So it is also possible. So this is another disadvantage of filter aids. Filter aid may be used that performs its function not physically or mechanically but chemically by reacting with the solids which are present in the slurry. Solids depositing in a filter bed to adhere more strongly to the filter medium and hence they are not available as required percentage as end product. How this is solved? It is solved by addition of water soluble polymers, commonly known as flocculating agents, and they are here used as filter aids. The examples of such types of polymers may be: number one, derived from vegetables or animal sources such as starch. Second, produced synthetically, may be non-ionic, anionic or cationic. Examples: commercially available water-soluble cationic polymers such as acrylamide copolymers, polyethylene imines, and guar gum. Now we are discussing the number of examples of filter aids with advantages and disadvantages. First, diatomaceous earth, also known as Kieselguhr. Chemical composition: it is silica mineral, inert and insoluble, wide size range available. This is the first advantages. It has regular shape porous particles that forms incompressible cake, so it is also good. It can be used for ultrafiltration, but one disadvantage is of diatomaceous earth: it is slightly soluble in dilute acids and alkalis. So when acids and alkalis are there in any slurry, it is not useful. Second, perlite, expanded perlite. Chemical composition: silica and aminosilicates. What is the advantages? Wide size range available. Disadvantage of perlite: it may give highly compressible cake. It more soluble in dilute acids and alkalis compared to diatomites. So again we have to take care when acids and alkalis are present in the slurry. Next, asbestos. Chemically it is aluminosilicates. The advantages of asbestos: usually used in conjugation with diatomites. Very good retention on coarse screen. Disadvantage of asbestos: chemical properties similar to perlite, but they are costly and toxic. Next, cellulose. The chemical composition: cellulose itself. Here cellulose derivatives are not utilized as a filter aids. All cellulose derivatives are not used as filter aids. Only natural cellulose we have to use after purification. What are the advantages of cellulose as filter aid? Cellulose used mainly as a coarse precoat, high purity filter. It is an excellent chemical resistance, slightly soluble in dilute and strong alkalis, not soluble in dilute acids. But some disadvantages are there. It is expensive and highly compressible. Next, carbon. Chemically it is carbon. Advantage of carbon: it may be used for filtering strong alkaline solutions. So whenever alkali is present in any type of slurry, we have to use. During synthesis we have to use by activating charcoal, so it is also valuable filter aid. But disadvantages are there. It is expensive because it is required to be activated, available in coarser grades only. So these are the disadvantages of various types of filter aids. Thank you. This is the end of session 2. Happy learning. If you have any questions regarding this session 2 on filter aid, you have to write via email. Next time we will discuss about factors affecting on rate of filtration, what are the driving force of filtration, and theories of filtration. Thank you very much. Happy learning.